here in the Commonwealth, we are absolutely prepared, and I'm incredibly impressed with the team that we have in place and the manner in which they work together. A few messages for the public. You're going to hear from Secretary Carroll in a moment about all of the preparedness at PennDOT. Their team is moving assets into the regions that we expect to be hit the hardest. I ask the public to please follow the directions of PennDOT and any other local transportation authorities. And most importantly, I ask you to stay off the roads, particularly when the snow begins, so that the plows can get out there, clear the roads, and get you back moving as quickly as possible. We anticipate there may be some restrictions during the heaviest periods of snow. And so my appeal to our commercial truckers and others is please respect those decisions from the Secretary, stay off the roads, and allow these great crews to do what they do best, which is to clear the snow. PennDOT works closely in these scenarios, of course, with Pennsylvania State Police, ably led by Colonel Bivens, and they will work to support PennDOT, and they will work to support motorists. But again, I know they'll be appealing to ask you to stay off the roads and ensure safety. The Guard, of course, is always ready to assist as needed, and we appreciate General Pippy and all of the members who serve in the finest Guard in the entire country to support the work that is needed. After receiving my briefing from Director Padfield and this team about 5 minutes ago, I signed a proclamation of a disaster emergency, which will allow this team the flexibility to procure what is needed, to flex what is needed, and to be able to deal with this storm. It will also provide us some flexibility as we work with our local leaders, from mayors to county commissioners and others. And so that emergency declaration is now in place, and we are now prepared to be able to deal with the storm going forward. And so to Pennsylvanians out there, especially to our kids, I hope you enjoy the storm. I hope you have fun in the snow, but I also hope that folks take it seriously. And again, give our road crews, give our police, give our emergency management professionals the space and the ability to do what they do best, clear the snow, and ensure everyone's well-being. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues here for some comments, beginning with Secretary Carroll, who leads PennDOT for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Mr. Secretary.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor. It's a pleasure to be here today with these fine leaders. And Governor, thank you for your leadership here this morning. My message to the traveling public, as it was in January, was please don't travel unless it's absolutely necessary, starting tonight and into tomorrow. It really will help make sure that our response to the storm can be as efficient and professional as possible. And I look forward to the cooperation that we have had in January occurring this time as well. I can tell you that the PennDOT counties throughout the state are prepared and staffed. Of course, we have plenty of salt and other equipment necessary to deal with this storm. But the eastern half of the state will see significant weather as a result of the latest forecast. As a result of that, PennDOT is surging manpower and equipment from the Clearfield region of our state and the Williamsport region of our state, and moving some of that equipment and manpower eastward to the Poconos, the Lehigh Valley, and to Southeast PA. And of course, as the governor mentioned, we have commercial tier restrictions, truck restrictions, starting at 3 p.m. today. I have every expectation that those restrictions will be advanced with respect to more aggressive restrictions as we get into the meat of the storm later this evening. And so, again, I'll close with saying that PennDOT is prepared. We look forward to working with our local partners, as we always do with respect to these storms. We have wonderful support in our boroughs and cities and townships. And that coordination will be a successful result with the challenges that we have before us with respect to a storm that could deliver up to 2 feet of snow in our most populated region of the state. So I look forward to the coordination, and I'm thankful to have the support of PEMA and the State Police and the National Guard, of course, and I'm happy to turn the podium over to Director Padfield from PEMA. Director.
Thank you, Director.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary Carroll. It's great to be here today, and just to kind of give everybody an idea of how we got here. So we monitor these storms usually 48 plus hours out. We know that there was a lot of discrepancy in what the snowfall happened to be for Pennsylvania this morning, that we saw that obviously there was an increase, especially in the southeast portion of the state and also the northeast portion of the state in the snowfall accumulations or potential snowfall accumulations, and also the inclusion of blizzard conditions as well. So we remain flexible to be able to make sure that we can meet the needs of the communities of the Commonwealth and also the residents. So we took a look at our plans and we've updated our plans, and that's what's led to the proclamation of disaster emergency and engaging all the other state agencies. So today we will be activating the Commonwealth Response Coordination Center as we speak. We'll have state agencies in to be able to monitor the impacts of the storm as we normally do. What I'd like to do is echo Secretary Carroll and also the governor's comments regarding the January event, and that was relatively uneventful for us, and that was uneventful because the public did what we asked of them and the state agencies did what we normally do in those types of situations. So we're hopeful that this is going to occur here. These are very significant impacts if you look at the southeast and the northeast portion of the state, but that doesn't mean the rest of the state is not going to see snow. So we just ask that if people can delay their travel and stay off the roadway to allow the state agencies to do what they need to do, that is always the best and most safest option. If people need to travel during high impact times, we want to make sure that they are prepared for traffic impediments. We want to make sure that they give the transportation services, whether it's municipal, PennDOT, or the Turnpike, the ability to be able to do their job and keep the roads clear, because when they don't do that and the road, if there's a stoppage on the road, it's very difficult to recover, especially in high snowfall rates. And we ask that if you must travel, that you're well prepared, that you take a look at your routes ahead of time and you pack an emergency kit in your vehicle. We also ask that if you're using 911, make sure it's specifically for emergencies. 211 is also available if you need assistance that is non-emergent in this type of situation. You can actually go to pa.gov/storm latest to be able to get the most up-to-date information that we're posting there. But we ask that people use due diligence and not travel unless they really have to, maintain their own safety and their family's safety. We unfortunately see a lot of tragic situations occur when people try to travel during high impact times. This storm is also going to be a little different than a January storm. We expect some power outages afterwards because of some high winds. We'll continue to monitor those. We just ask that people be safe, don't use non-conventional heating sources if their power goes out, and those types of things. And together we'll get through all of this. We're going to be prepared here. We'll be staffed 24/7 monitoring the storm and be able to assist any of our county partners and any of the municipalities in any of their needs. So at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Colonel Bivens from State Police.
Thank you, Colonel.
Thank you, Governor. Good afternoon. Once again this winter, we're faced with a storm that has the potential for creating dangerous and rapidly changing road conditions across the Commonwealth. For your safety and the safety of our first responders and road crews, we strongly urge everyone to stay off the roads unless travel is absolutely necessary. If you must drive, please take a moment before you leave to completely clear snow and ice from your vehicle to allow for better visibility, as well as to lessen the chance of injury to others. Snow and ice coming off of a moving vehicle creates a serious hazard for other drivers, as well as our troopers working along the roadway. It is also important to slow down, increase your following distance, and allow extra time during this storm. Troopers will also be actively enforcing any weather-related tier restrictions on commercial motor vehicles. These restrictions are in place and may be adjusted to reduce crashes, prevent roadway blockages, and keep critical routes open for emergency responders and road crews. We had very good voluntary compliance with this request during the storm a few weeks ago, and it made a significant difference for both the road crews and first responders. We're asking for that same compliance this time. In summary, please do not take unnecessary risks. By choosing to stay home, you are helping our troopers do their jobs, keeping emergency routes open, and helping protect the men and women who are working in these dangerous conditions to keep you safe. Your cooperation can save lives. Thank you, and please stay safe. And I'll turn it over to the governor at this time for any questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Colonel. Before I take questions, I just want to say how privileged I feel to lead this team. And I get this opportunity to see public servants during a moment of challenge go to work to keep the rest of Pennsylvania safe and to support the rest of our Commonwealth. From the folks who hop in the trucks to clear the roads at PennDOT and also our local partners who do that work, to the incredible people who work here at Pima and who come here to Pima and leave their families during a time of emergency. I had the opportunity to speak to some of them here, and many more will be coming in throughout the day. To, of course, our troopers who put on the uniform and go out every day to deal with emergencies and keep us safe, leave their families, leave the comfort of their warm home to go out into the cold. And, of course, our citizen neighbors who put on the uniform of the National Guard, who stand ready to support us in every step of the way. I hope Pennsylvanians today take a moment to appreciate these fine public servants who go out and do this work every day. And a special thanks, of course, to my senior team led by our Chief of Staff, Dana Fritz, and our Deputy Chief of Staff, Mike Pipe, who joins us. Just really appreciate these wonderful public servants. And it's moments like this that I hope the good people of Pennsylvania take a moment to appreciate their leadership. With that, I know we've got a bunch of people on the live stream and a few folks here. If you have any questions, we're happy to do our best to answer them. Okay. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you.